Say, would you follow me?
So here we have our two parentheses, and inside the parentheses we have our x plus 4 equation, and outside the parentheses we have our regular x. So our x variable is going to be distributed to the first x inside our parentheses. This would make these two x's become x squared. Then we are going to take our x and distribute it to the 4 in the equation, which would make it become 4x. And that is how you distribute.
The first thing you do is you find common numbers or variables, and then you would pull them out of the equation. For this example, both of the numbers have x. So you take out an x this one, and then you pull this out and you add it, and it would be an x from the x squared, and plus, and then you pull out an x from the 4x, which would make it a 4, and it'd be x times the quantity of x plus 4. So what we need to do is take this x, multiply it by this x, take this x, multiply it by 3, take the 5, multiply it by the x, and take the 5 and multiply it by the 3. So this equation is going to equal x squared. X times 3 is 3x, 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times 3 is 15. So we just need to move these addition signs down. And you have x squared plus 3x plus 5x plus 15. So now we're going to combine like terms. Since the 3x and the 5x both only have one x, you can combine them. Watch! So 3x and 5x equals 8x. So now you have your equation, x squared plus 8x plus 15.
Wherever I do go,
Always forever if it's me, you, and this road.
what if it means that you may never come back home?
Boy, you're the only home that I have.
So next, we'll move on to factoring. What we'll do is we'll draw an x and put the 15 on the top and the 8 on the bottom. And we need to find two numbers that multiply to 15 and add up to 8. And those numbers would be 5 and 3. So now we'll break up the x squared into two sets of parentheses, distributing the x to both. And then we'll use the 5 and the 3 to make the rest of the equation.
Okay, so here we have our equation, x squared minus 36. So in order to separate the x squared, we're going to need two x's and some parentheses. And then in order to separate the 36, we know that 36 is 6 squared. And because it's minus, we know that 1 6 needs to be negative. So since we can do x plus 6 on this side, and we can do x minus 6 on this side, so that our 36 comes out to be negative.
I don't have much, but babe, I promise you will be fine.
I don't need much, and plus, honey, you're my dime.
My love for you will last for a billion lifetimes.
My love for you.
First you multiply 2x by 3x and you get 6x squared. Then you multiply 2x times 6, which you get a positive 12x. And then you'd multiply negative 5 times 3, which gets you negative 15x. And then negative 5 times 6 is negative 30. So now we would combine like terms, which means we combine these two. So 12x minus 15x leaves us with negative 3x. So our next equation is x cubed minus 8. To approach this problem, we're going to need to know the formula for difference of cubes. For this particular formula, because it is a minus, we are going to use the formula quantity a minus b, quantity a squared plus ab plus b squared. So our first portion of the equation is going to be x minus 2 closed off times x squared plus 2x plus 4 closed with the parentheses.